What's going on, TW fans? Thomas here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. The Classic just wrapped up. We hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I know we've been enjoying checking out all these new Classic Release products. We're excited to share some of those with you today, so we are going to jump right in. Going to start out with a couple new reels. This one's not necessarily a Classic Release, but it is a cool new reel, whole new reel series actually. So this is going to be the 13 Fishing Modus series of casting reels. Make sure you head over to tacklewarehouse.com because we got a few different reels to check out. The one that we have in my hand right here is the TX2. So this one I like because it's actually geared towards our saltwater anglers. So you guys chasing, inshore fish, this is gonna be one that you want to check out. So what this, separates this one from the other Modus series of reels, what makes it that saltwater, so it's got a corrosion resistant chassis system to it, and then it also has saltwater rated sealed bearings. So you're gonna be able to take this into a ton of different scenarios, ton of different water conditions, some of the harshest saltwater environments, and this thing is still gonna hold up nice and strong for you. It's gonna be a ton of smooth performance as well, so not just that robust saltwater corrosion resistance, but it's gonna be really, really smooth. Feels nice, casts a long ways. Another one that kind of sets this apart from the freshwater series has a deeper spool, so you're gonna get a little bit more line capacity in it. So chasing some of those bigger fish that are gonna pull on a lot of line, really pull some drag for you here, that's gonna just hold more line, so you're gonna be able to catch up to those fish a little bit better. Also, it comes with a robust 18 pounds of max drag. So just a couple of things that set this one apart from the rest of the Modus series. So any of my inshore guys, saltwater anglers, this is one you're gonna wanna check out. Smooth performance, hard hitting performance, has a cool little convenient hook keeper right here, nice cork handles, just a cool all around reel. And another great thing about it, comes in at like 110 bucks. So you're not gonna break the budget if you're looking for an inshore reel. So definitely check that one out from 13 Fishing. All right, we're gonna move along with another reel, but this time a Classic Release from Shimano. We got a cool one. New introduction to the SLX series. This is the SLX A150 casting reel. Everyone knows about the SLX series by now. I mean, it's incredibly versatile, and as far as bang for buck is concerned, I mean, you can't really beat it. So we got another SLX introduction here, comes in right at 100 bucks. I already love that, but man, this thing is crazy smooth. So this one's been revamped with Shimano's Silent Tune technology. So it's just gonna cut down any spool vibration, and it just gives improved gears. I mean, this thing, I was kind of blown away, I'll be honest with you, with how smooth this thing is. So you're really gonna wanna check this one out. Again, if you're just looking for a new reel, if you're looking to outfit your entire setup with reels, this is gonna be one of the ones you're gonna wanna consider just by that price point, man. You're getting a lot of value in a budget-friendly reel. So just a ton of technology. If you've used any of the SLXs, check it out because this one is an improvement. You got that Silent Tune technology in it, cool spool on this one, and just really, really nice overall feeling reel that's not gonna break the bank on you. All right, well, let's take a look at something that we can spool this stuff up with. We got a new one from Defiant. We got the Defiant 8-weave smooth casting braid. This thing has got you covered no matter what technique you're using. Whether you're going super finesse or you're throwing the biggest swim bait in your arsenal, this thing's got you covered. I think we have it from 10 pounds all the way up to 100 pounds. So I mean, you're really gonna be able to do everything with it. So it's just a really nice braid. So it's made with 8-weave construction. So you're gonna get very, very little stretch to it, a ton of strength, but that 8-weave construction is gonna give it a nice round construction. So really smooth feel, gonna cut down any of the vibrations going through your guides, and it's just not gonna bite as much as some of those other braids that don't have the 8-weave construction to them. It also comes with a nice coating on this thing. So again, it's just gonna kind of give you quiet casting with that coating, but also is gonna give you a little bit of UV protection as well. So if you're gonna be leaving this thing on your reel for a long time, especially if you're using this in conjunction with maybe a fluorocarbon leader system, or maybe topwater with a monofilament shock leader system, you might leave this braid on your reel for a season, a couple of seasons, a few seasons. Well, with that coating on there, it's just gonna make the line last a little bit longer, so you can do just that. So like I said, it's gonna cover all your techniques from finesse to big, whether you're frogging, you're flipping, you're pitching, or you're drop shotting. You got a pound test that's geared just for you. All right, let's jump back into some Classic Releases here. Take a look at some baits. We got a new series from Booyah. So this is the Booyah Covert Finesse series of spinnerbaits. If any of you guys are familiar with the original Covert series, which you should be, they are designed by Bassmaster Classic, two-time, back-to-back Bassmaster. I'm kidding, guys. I don't know. We filmed this one before the Classic champion, so I don't really know who won yet, but maybe back-to-back Bassmaster Classic champion, Jason Christie. Regardless whether or not he won this year, I can tell you the guy's a spinnerbait master. And that Covert series is killer, one of my favorite series of spinnerbaits. Well, now we got a finesse option. One of the things I really like about this, this new finesse series, they downsized it. It's compact, obviously. It's got finesse in the name, but it's not really lightweight. You're not gonna be slinging quarter-ounce spinnerbait and anything like that. What they did is they actually transferred some of the weight from the head down to the shank of the hook here. So you're still gonna get, the 3/8, the half-ounce option, so you can cast this thing a really, really long way, but it's got that compact profile. So maybe you're fishing a really clear water reservoir or a really pressured lake, which, let's be honest, seems like any fishery these days, highly pressured. So if you want to stay a ways back, not spook any of those finicky fish, well, you still got the weight to cast this thing a long distance, but maintaining that compact profile. So cool spinnerbait, smaller series. We have all different ones, double willow, this one right here. We also have double Colorado. So make sure to head over to tacklewarehouse.com to check them out. But again, it's got the same premium components as the original, the Hildebrandt blades, really smooth swivel on this thing. The wire arm that's just the right strength to haul those big bass away from cover, but still has plenty of flex to enhance the vibrations. Strong hook on these things so you can set the hook in confidence. So you're getting all those same features from the original full size series, but now in that finesse version. So make sure to check those out. All right, let's keep rolling with some more classic baits. So this one's from Xzone Lures. This is the Xzone Lures Stealth Invader. So this thing is really cool. Any of you guys like smallmouth anglers, it's kind of got that goby profile to it. It's gonna really keep that rod bent, keep the line screaming off your spool here. So if you guys are smallmouth anglers, you're gonna wanna check this one out, but largemouth too. Any body of water that has gobies in it, I would give this one a go, or just anywhere you're throwing some finesse setups to it. So just kind of that cool, like I mentioned, goby profile, killer Xzone colors. We have this like multi-segmented body on here that terminates in this reverse paddle tail. So you're just gonna get a ton of really, really natural action and just an excited kick to this thing. Whether you're just slowly dragging it on the bottom, hopping it around, you're gonna get a ton of action. Got a bunch of these fins on the top too. Again, just kind of giving you some micro vibrations. Just another thing to really call into those bass and attract them. Made with super fine salt as well, so it's gonna kind of expand your strike zone. So again, my smallmouth guys, largemouth guys, spotted back, bass guys, anybody. I mean, you can even target some panfish with these things. It's just gonna be a bite-getting bait, especially when the conditions are tough or anytime. So you're gonna wanna check out this goby style bait from Xzone. All right, let's take a look at how we can rig some of these soft plastics. Another classic release, this time from VMC. We have our Redline series of hooks. So another one of those ones where I want you to head over to tacklewarehouse.com because we have multiple options to check out. We got treble hooks, we got wide gap hooks, we got worm hooks, we got Nico wacky hooks, so a ton of different ones on here. But so this is a new addition from VMC. Let's just kind of talk about some of the features of these hooks because I dig them. So first off, it has this PTFE coating on it, so really, really super, super smooth. Wintertime bites, especially when you're kind of dealing with those bass that have hardened mouths, this is gonna sail through their lips super, super quick. Or like this one right here, I have the heavy duty flipping hook in my hand. I mean, hookup ratios are really important, so you're gonna be able to swing that rod with confidence. This thing is gonna slide through those lips really easily. So they also have these kind of welded line ties up top. So if you're using really thin braided lines, you don't need to worry about that line slipping through your eyelet anymore. They have that nice little welded kind of feature on here. It's almost like a little glue to it. And then also on some of the hooks, like this one right here, it has a little fluorocarbon plastic keeper system. So once you get your favorite trailer on the back of this thing, it's not going anywhere. And now these things are made with vanadium steel. I know it sounds like it's something out of like Star Wars, or I don't know, but it's a crazy, crazy steel that's 25% stronger, yet still it's surprisingly lightweight. So I have a 4/0 flipping hook, heavy duty flipping hook in my hand. I'm surprised at how lightweight this thing is. So really smooth hook setting performance, strong hooks out of this thing, and just a cool new addition from VMC. Definitely check these ones out for all of your soft plastic needs. All right, sticking with Terminal and another classic release, but this time this is a collaboration between Dirty Jigs and our favorite guys from Tactical Bassin. So Matt Allen, Tim Little, they teamed up with the guys from Dirty Jigs to bring us a new swimbait head. So this is the new Dirty Jigs Tactical Bassin screwed up swimbait head. So screwed up in the name here, it's because they use this oversized screw lock keeper system. So if you are a fan of that screw lock system for your swim baits or whatever plastic, maybe you want to even throw a creature bait on the back of this thing, kind of almost like a swim jig, whatever you want to do with it, it's gonna hold that trailer in there super, super secure. No more glues, no more toothpick tricks, none of that stuff. It's gonna really get buttoned up on there. I'm really thinking this is gonna be awesome on my A-rigs. I'm gonna like that for a lot, or even just throwing a Kitech on the back or whatever your preferred paddle tail or just swim bait in general is on the back of that thing. Gonna really hold it on there strong. So we got a sticky strong, a super sharp, and stout swim bait hook on this thing. So when you do swing that hook, you can do so in confidence, whether it's a 2-pounder or a 10-pounder. Hopefully it's that 10-pounder. You're gonna be able to get that thing back to the boat. Nice detailed head here, killer paint jobs on it, and a couple of 3D eyes to add, a little bit of realism to it and maybe a strike point for the fish. So just a cool new swim bait head for your favorite soft plastics, maybe your A-rig. Definitely cool. All right. Speaking of swim baits, we got a new one from Bass Mafia. This is the Bass Mafia Dangerous Swim Bait. So this one was designed by Chris Zaldane. So Chris Zaldane, he's been using a similar swim bait to this one for a long time. He's found a ton of success on it. He's definitely an expert in that field. So he used that expertise, that success, to inspire this bait, the Dangerous Swim Bait here. So like I said, it's very similar to another swim bait on the market. I'm excited because we got some new hand-painted colors to this one, more availability to it. So it's just kind of a very similar look, but a few things that they're doing different here. So up on the top, up on this pectoral fin, they actually have a channel cut into it. So if you want to run a stinger system, so this is freestyle, so if you want to use your wide gap weighted or unweighted hook, but if you want to also incorporate that stinger hook style, you can actually thread the steel wire or heavy braid, whatever you're attaching your stinger hook with, right through that fin there. It's just going to give it a little bit of extra concealment. Big old boot tail on the back thing, so if you're slowly crawling this one along, you're gonna get excited kicking motion out of it, and I already hit on it, some killer colors on this one. So I'm pretty excited to put this one to use this season. Got a ton of features on here. Like I said, this guy has had a ton of success with these styles of swim baits, so you know this one's gonna be no different, gonna be really productive. I'm excited to put it on use, hopefully catch some real big ones. That's the Dangerous Swim Bait from Bass Mafia. All right, last one I wanna talk to you about today here. Great one for the cold water or any time of year. This one's from SPRO. This is the SPRO McClellan Mixtick 110+1 jerkbait. So 110+1, you can already tell between the name and this big old bill, this thing is gonna dive deep. So you're gonna be able to harass those bass down in that 9-foot range of the water column. So there's not a whole lot of jerkbaits on the market that can reach those deeper fish. So if they're holding on some offshore structure or just farther off the bank, this is gonna be one that you're gonna wanna turn to. Again, for those colder water times of year, but everyone knows you can use a jerkbait darn near year round. This thing is gonna be really productive. So I'm excited to use this for, like I said, some of those offshore bass. Got killer details on this one from the 3D scales. We got, the gill plates on the fronts, the SPRO signature eyes, and then we got a trio of sticky, sharp treble hooks on the bottom here. So if a fish comes in to sniff this thing, you're getting it back to the boat. So just a killer, taking that proven mixed stick action, and we're taking it a little bit deeper. So if you're having a tough time, targeting some of those suspended bass that are holding a little bit deeper, give that a new one from a try from SPRO. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this classic edition of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. As always, thank you for tuning in, checking out the new products with us, and as always, to learn more about these or to shop for them, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, you want to see more just like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments which one of these you're most excited to use this season. All right, I'll see you next week.